So, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Miss Queen of Hearts Philippines 2021. For tonight, I am your host, MJ Ararakap, your Miss Tourism Worldwide Philippines. Hello! Hello to all our viewers. And for tonight, we will be having our head-to-head challenge, Level Up. It's Level Up kasi ang ating mga kandidata ngayon ay ang top 10 finalists ng Miss Queen of Hearts. So finally, I am very excited to meet them kasi this will be the first time that I will be having a conversation with them. And I'm so excited. At nabalitaan ko na isa talaga to sa mga magagaling sumagot sa Q&A. Kaya sobrang alam ko magiging bakbakan at mainit ang laban natin tonight. Yay! So before we begin, I'd like to introduce our guest and judge, Miss Laika Rakuya.
Hi everyone,
Hi,
I
Miss
am
Laika.
Hi.
Please introduce yourself, Miss Laika.
Hi everyone, I am Laika Rakuya, owner of Laika and Designs, wherein I'm a fashion designer and also a part-time model.
Hello, Miss Laika, and welcome to our show. And also, thank you for sponsoring Miss Queen of Hearts Philippines. Tanong ko lang, Miss Laika, what made you choose Miss Queen of Hearts? Why did you support Miss Queen of Hearts Philippines?
Well, of course, my reason is that they are they are on for the charity, wherein I am very in love in charity programs. And thus, I held Best Top Model Philippines, wherein we also do workshops. So I'm very glad to do this kind of sponsorship and to dress up these beautiful ladies for their upcoming finale show. So I really hope na whoever win in this pageant really has that heart as Miss Queen of Hearts.
Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Miss Laika. And I'd like to share lang as one of the candidates of Miss Queen of Hearts Philippines 2019. Wow, that's already 2 years ago. So I'd just like to share a bit of my experience from Miss Queen of Hearts Philippines. During those days, I think it wasn't really easy for me and for the foundation as well because we are the pioneers. We were the first batch of candidates. But Miss Queen of Hearts gave me that once in a lifetime experience that is very unforgettable kasi I met this amazing ladies. If I'm not mistaken, we were almost 20, like 18 or 19 candidates, and most of them are from Cebu. So I stayed in the hotel with them for like a week, and sobrang na-amaze ako na ang dami kong life realizations kasi it's not just a pageant, but you will see na there are we are all set of empowered women with our own purposes and our own goals at may iba't iba kaming storya and may iba't iba kaming bagay na ipinaglalaban. Kaya masasabi ko talaga na lahat lahat ng nakapasa pa lang sa screening, everyone deserves a crown kasi we all have this purpose. And I'm sure na itong set ng candidates natin this year ay talaga namang sobra din ng kanilang pagpupursige para sa pageant na to kasi as we all know, it's pandemic, so it's a lot harder. Nga naman. And I'm very excited to finally meet them. And so tonight, I'd like to introduce our first two candidates who will be, ayan, kita na po ba? Who will be our guest for tonight's head-to-head challenge, Miss Kathy Lee Berco from Pangasinan and Miss Michelle Ilagan.
Good
Hello.
evening, everyone.
Ayan, I'd like to ask Kathy first na lang.
Good
Ano
evening.
Hi, Kathy. It's nice to meet you finally. Ano yung na-feel mo nung naging
Finally.
isa ka sa finalist ng Miss Queen of Hearts? Hi, Kathy.
Okay, so a pleasant evening to everyone. First and foremost, I'd like to greet you a pleasant evening, and I hope I'm audible because my internet connection is having a little bit problem right now. Well, the first emotions that I had back then, I think that was April, or yes, April, between April and March, months of uh, April and May rather, that I get to decide to enter Miss Queen of Hearts Foundation to be part of this magnificent pageant, the first thing I felt was an exciting experience. I do know that I will experience an exciting experience towards this journey. And as I see and check the newsfeed of the entire page of this foundation, they're really into advocacy and they are into community services, which I am so into the most. And these are relevant, especially at this trying times po. And so I'm so happy to be part of this foundation and this competition.
Yeah, so you made the right choice, Kathy. And I also just want to share na when I was a candidate of Miss Queen of Hearts, we also had charity missions. Like we went to this orphanage, visited kids, and then after that, after I won the crown, sunod-sunod talaga yung charity missions ng Queen of Hearts. Like monthly, meron siya. There was a time that we went to Pampanga, training camp siya ng SAF. Um, that was before Christmas. I think it's December 24. I'm just not sure. Pero yung experience na yun, 'di ba? Before Christmas na ma-visit mo yung mga heroes natin na nagte-training
Yes.
away from their family, 'di ba? To share just that kind of thing. So how about you, Miss Oslo Cebu, Miss Michelle? Anong na-feel mo nung kasama ka sa top 10?
Yes, I feel so grateful. During that night, I really cannot put into words what I really felt. It was just a lot of things are going on in my head. I was screaming when my municipality was called. I was just so, so grateful because among the 21 candidates, I was part of the top 10 and I had a lot of self doubts. I was asking, what if I am not enough? What if I will not make it to the top 10? And what if I will disappoint all of my fellow Oslovanans? But then when I was called or when my municipality was called, I said all of my hard works were paid off, and I'm so so grateful. I'm just so ecstatic to be here tonight.
Yes, that's right. I think everyone felt the same naman as well as your other candidates, 'di ba? Ganun talaga yung feeling, no, kapag i-announce na yung top 10, lahat ng pressure mo, lahat ng bigat nandun eh. Tapos kapag ka natawag yung pangalan mo, parang, whew, oh my God. Maisip mo na lang din talaga yung mga taong sumuporta sa'yo, yung mga naniwala. And I'm sure na very, very thankful and very proud din sila sa inyong dalawa. Yeah, so are you girls ready for our head-to-head challenge? Yes, you're ready. I think
Yes, let's do this.
ayun. Ayun, nawala yung audio ko. Last na, meron ba kayong mga naging preparations for this head-to-head challenge? Yun naman, ikaw naman mauna ngayon, Michelle.
Yes, I made a lot of preparations actually for the past days. I was practicing and working on with my communication skills because those people who really know me in person can attest to how talkative I am, and I really talk so much. I talk so fast, but when it comes to Q&As like this and head-to-head challenge, I was told that a long answer is not tantamount to intelligence or even a great answer. And so I would see to it that I would compress all of my thoughts in a short answer because I want to make it as much as possible concise and just short and precise and spot on. So yeah, that's one of my preparations for this head-to-head challenge.
Well, I love Cebuanas ha. Kasi during our pageant, sobrang daming Cebuanas. I mean, mas marami talaga sila kaysa sa aming mga taga Luzon. And I super, super love them. And actually, lahat sila sobrang galing sumagot. And sobrang galing din nila mag-English talaga. So how about you, Kathy? Kathy, did you make some preparations for the head-to-head challenge? Hi, Kathy. Did you do some preparations? What did you do before we? Oh, no, wala si Kathy. And also, we'd like to acknowledge Direk Andrew. He's here. Hi, Direk.
Hello, good evening.
Do you have any message to our candidates, Direk? Of course, alam ko mahirap po sa inyo to na pumili ng top 10. Meron po ba kayong message sa ating mga finalists?
I'm not one of the
Apo.
panelists.
Yes.
I'm just directing the virtual show and the last four preliminaries. But I'm very overwhelmed with 10 ladies who have stepped in to become the finalist of Miss Queen of Hearts Philippines, and lahat sila ano are equal footing magagaling sobra. So ano na lang to ano kanya-kanyang diskarte when it comes to the finals coming up soon.
Yes, kasi alam natin na sina Direk, sila talaga yung witness ng lahat ng effort ng girls, lahat ng preparations, and I know it isn't really easy. So, yan, wait lang natin si Miss Michelle. And si Miss Cathy. So, Michelle, I stalked you earlier, and you're a DJ, right?
Yes, yes.
Actually, one of my dreams. Can you give us a sample spiel that you do?
Paano ba? I really can talk a spill in Tagalog or in English. I'm gonna do it in
Oh, it's
Bisaya na
okay.
lang if that's okay.
Yes,
So I'm
it's
gonna
okay.
sing my this is my opening spiel when I'm doing my program. So it's um happy Saturday morning mga kabeshi! Welcome to 91.5. Yes, the best. Kumusta man so far yung adlaw Sabado diha? Ako yung makauban karong alas 11 hangtod sa alas 3 sa kapunat mag-uman-umanta with DJ Inday Mikay. That's it.
Wow! Ang galing! Ang galing-galing! DJ Inday Mikay. So, do you want to plug your show? Gusto mo ba na i-plug and i-promote?
Yes, I'm so very happy to say that Yes, the Best Cebu. You can also listen to Yes, the Best Cebu in our website. We have an online streaming. You can search Yes, the Best Cebu.ph. And also for all of my fellow Cebuanos, you can tune into 91.5. My time slot is 11 a.m. up until 3 p.m. Every Saturday up until, no, every Saturday to Thursday.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
shout out to all Cebuanos. Ayan na si Miss Cathy. To all Cebuanos, please tune in to Yes the Best by DJ Inday Mikay. So, hi Cathy, can you hear us? I think naghang si Miss Cathy. Hi Cathy, are you there? Can you hear us now? So, isa talaga sa pagsubok ng virtual pageant sa yung internet. Pagsubok sa ating mga Pilipino. Ng virtual pageant sa yung internet. Hello? So, I think mahina pa rin ang connection ni Miss Cathy, but of course, we don't want to keep you waiting, guys. So, if Michelle is ready, I think we can start our head-to-head challenge. Alright? And, okay, so wala pa rin talaga si Cathy, but I hope sana makabalik siya. So, we'll start with you, Michelle, muna. Okay, so our first question will come from our guest, Miss Laika.
Okay, so hi.
Hi, Miss Laika. Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Loud and
All
clear.
right. So here's my first question. One of the current issues right now was that transgenders are allowed in Miss Universe. Do you agree or
Mm.
disagree transgender should be allowed in other beauty pageants like in Miss Queen of Hearts and why? Should I
Well,
repeat?
personally, yeah, sure.
Okay, did you hear it well?
Yes, I heard it, but please do repeat so that I can
All
process
right.
it well.
Okay. So again, one of the current issues right now was that transgenders are allowed in Miss Universe. Do you agree or disagree that transgender should be allowed in other beauty pageants like Miss Queen of Hearts and why?
All right. Well, personally, for me, if a trans woman looks or transgender looks, acts, or interacts just like any other woman in the pageant, but does so with more confidence, with more grace, and with more femininity than the rest of the girls in the pageant, then I don't think there is a reason for us to deny her the chance to be part of Miss Universe or even Miss Queen of Hearts or other beauty pageants for cisgender. However, the process would be an obstacle for them because in Miss Universe Philippines, Miss Shamsi Supsup said that they have to provide legal documents showing that they are officially of the female gender first before joining the Miss Universe pageant. And so, well, actually, fun fact here in Cebu, we have several pageants which allow cisgender and transgender to compete in one stage, to compete together. And bringing that to a major level could be possible. I would say that it could be possible, but the process of changing their genders to officially being females would be the hurdle.
Okay, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Hello? Am I audible? Hello po.
Yes, you are. Can you hear us now, Kathy?
Yes, yes, yes. Finally.
Yes, laban lang. So, Miss Laika is gonna ask you the question. Miss Laika, can you please repeat the question for Kathy?
I have a different question to Kathy, or should I ask the same question?
It is the same question.
Okay, the same question indeed. Okay, so my question before was one of the current issues right now is that transgenders are allowed in Miss Universe. So do you agree or disagree that the transgender should be allowed in other beauty pageants like Miss Queen of Hearts, and why?
So good evening. I strongly adhere that women are one of the greatest provider of a developing community. And we are also in the age of inclusivity where we get to acknowledge all the acceptance and actions and contributions of every single individual. And that's why I do not have any problem with transgender entering in beauty pageants, which are intended for women, because anyone who knows the essence and role of women can also celebrate womanhood. And that is the core essence of beauty pageants. And after all, there is no such individual difference, such as our sexual orientation, that will make us any less of a person. Again, we are all equal.
All right, thank you.
Very well said,
Thank you.
Kathy. So, ayan, kita-kita nyo naman, guys. Bigla naging casual. Sobrang galing na ating dalawang kandidata. Kaya, alam ko na kung bakit talaga kayong dalawa ang nagkatapat tonight. So, next question. I will be asking you a question, but don't worry, this isn't really that hard. I mean, this question is something that I really want to ask you para just to get to know you more personally. This time, mauna ka naman, Kathy. My question is, what is your greatest realization during this pandemic?
One of the greatest, thank you for that question. One of the greatest realizations I had and that come into light, especially at this time of pandemic, that we are being challenged to be consistent persons, is to have a mindset of being a tenacious person, wherein we get to involve in different actions with consistency, meaning to say there might be challenges along our way, but we are not driven by those challenges because we know where we are going, and that we are navigated in certain perspective or vision that even before pandemic has been set towards us. And that is something that I also would like to explain and to also interfere in the minds of the young generations, as I am advocating for youth empowerment, that you can also find your purpose despite the pressure that has been bestowed upon the reality or this society. And so keep on going despite the challenge of this COVID-19, because it will only lead you to your imperfections that you will accept in the future, and to create this space for you to be able to understand yourself and your role and purpose in this society. Thank you.
Thank you. Kathy, how about you, Miss Oslo? What is your greatest realization during this pandemic?
Well, I have a lot of realizations during this pandemic. But I think that one of the realizations that I really like the most is you should not mourn over the things you don't have control over, because life is too short to be sad and not see the world in a lens of gratitude. I mean, there are a lot of people who experienced losing their loved ones during the pandemic, and there are some medical workers who still continue to risk their lives in order to save another life. And so, for me, what I have learned in history and on this pandemic is that nothing in this world is forever. Everything is temporal, including this pandemic. So, we have every reason to be hopeful. So my advice to those who are losing hope is just keep going with what you love, with what you wanted to pursue, and don't lose hope. Have faith because better days are coming. We got this.
Great answer, Chris. Two questions pa lang yun, di ba? Pero yung sagot nilang dalawa, sobrang meaningful, very concise, talagang may laman. And I hope that you guys watching, di ba, sobrang boom na boom. I'd love to talk with you girls until midnight kasi sobrang gagaling yung sumagot dalawa. But of course, before we proceed to our next question, we would like to thank our sponsors for tonight. Yes, mag-thank you tayo sa ating mga sponsors. We'd like to thank Abes Pardes, One Alo Hotel and Resort, A&A Clothing Company, Montage Skin Science and Aesthetics, Bethlehem House of Bread, The Placenta, Lalore. Hi, shout out to Miss Mom Shishimi. She's also one of the sponsors during our pageant. So thank you, Mom Shishimi, for supporting Queen of Hearts always. And also po, thank you, Laika Ann Couture, Miss Laika. Thank you so much. MCCC Paints Trading and Panlasang Noity. Thank you to those businesses who continually support Miss Queen of Hearts of Philippines. I hope na tuloy-tuloy lang to, and thank you po talaga sa paniniwala sa ating foundation and sa ating mission. Yes. So our next question will be coming from Miss Laika again.
All right. So, hi. So, who's going to be the first one who answer?
Since it was Kathy during my question, I think it's Michelle this time.
Okay. So, here's my question. If you were the one who will be able to choose between teenagers and senior citizens, who should be the top priority of COVID-19 vaccine and why? Again, if you are the one who will be able to choose between teenagers and senior citizens, who should be the top priority of COVID-19 vaccine and why?
Thank you so much for that question. Miss Laika, I really, really value time so much, especially when it comes to my loved ones. So if I were to choose between teenagers getting vaccinated or to prioritize the senior citizens, I would choose the senior citizens. Why? Fact-based and based on research, the teenagers have more chances of living because they have a stronger immunity than the senior citizens. And when we have like the last doses of vaccines, I would rather give it to the senior citizens because I really wanted these senior citizens to just savor and cherish and be happy on their last years. I wanted them to have like a valuable time with their loved ones so that when they leave this world, they'll have memories worth remembering. So fact-based, I would choose the citizens rather than the teenagers because us teenagers, there's a huge percentage that will survive this COVID-19 virus compared to our lolos and lolas. Thank you.
Okay, that's a great. So,
Miss Laika, can you please repeat the question for Kathy?
so again, Kathy, if you were the one who will be able to choose between teenagers and senior citizens, who should be the top priority of COVID-19 vaccine and why? Again, if you were the one who will be able to choose between teenagers and senior citizens, who should be the top priority of COVID-19 vaccine and why?
I have a very close, my emotion is expounding when it comes to we are talking about our grandparents. So I would go with our grandparents being the one to prioritize in our vaccine, because as mentioned by us by Miss Oslob, and I would like to agree with that, that the teenagers or the youth of today's generations or the younger ones are not susceptible or not so susceptible, unlike those who are in the older age. And that I also would like to see to it that every life is valuable, and that anytime or every time we get to have this vaccine, we have the opportunity to live and to surpass all these challenges, and to give this to those who really are susceptible and who are really in danger in this trying times, is something that you can also think of in the future. We were able to save all the lives of individuals. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That's
Thank
very
you,
answer.
Kathy. Thank you, ladies, for your answer. And for my next question, the question would be, if you would be given a chance, this question will be for Kathy. So, hinga ka muna. Gusto mo ba huminga muna? Kasi kasasagot mo lang. Okay. So, can you hear me? Yes, this question is for Kathy. If you will be given a power to time travel, what would you choose, to go back and find the cause of the virus, or to travel to the future and find the cure for the virus? Okay, I would repeat my question. If you would be given the power to time travel, what would you choose, to go back and find the cause of the virus, or to travel to the future to find the cure for the virus? Oh, I think we just lost Kathy. I mean, nawala siya. So, um, Michelle, can you answer the question first?
Yes, yes. So if I were to choose between traveling to the past to find the cause of this virus than to travel to the future to find the cure, I'd rather go to the past and find what it really is the cause of this virus, because I would rather choose to really see what is the cause so that we can take measurements, so that we can take actions to further not spread the virus, so that we can take, like, what are the things we needed to do in order to stop it from spreading. I don't want to see people losing their loved ones anymore. I don't want to see the world suffering anymore. So I'd rather go to the past and find the cause, and then think of the solutions or take measurements so that we can stop it from spreading and hopefully save the entire world.
Very well said, Kathy. I mean, sorry, Michelle. So let's wait for Kathy. But while waiting, Miss Laika, would you like to plug your Laika and Couture?
Oh, okay. So, hi guys. You can follow me on Leica and Designs FB page, and also you can look my designs at polkitude.magazine.com. And also, we are on all around and different kinds of design. So, I hope to meet some of you, and you can contact me there. So, thank you.
Yes, and Miss Laika, you also said that you're a model, right? You're a
Yeah.
model.
Yes.
Yes. So can you share some experience about that,
Oh, okay.
or do you
So,
have
my
some advice to our ladies? Of course, because they'll be having many photo shoots, etc. So do you have any advice? Share your experience and then give us an advice.
okay. So, my last experience was becoming David Salon David Salon cover model in the last 2016, and also
Wow.
runway model for Matrix and L'Oreal. And sometimes I do modeling for the other designers and also fashion shows like in UK Fashion Show, which was it was seen in preview online magazine. So what I can advise is that never stop dreaming and believing in what you can do, because before I was being bullied before, and they told me that you cannot never make it, but here I am. I made my dream come true. So I just want to tell everyone to be confident of who you are and love your flaws. Never let anyone tell you what you need to do or what you have to do in your future. It's only you who can find your own success in your own dreams. So, yun lang.
Hello? Ayan, ako naman yung nawala. I'm so sorry. I just lost my connection. Ayan, I think naman I'm audible now. I'm so sorry, Miss Laika.
Yes, it's okay.
Yes, yes. If you have an advice, for example, you'd like to give me an advice, or Michelle, whenever we have our photo shoots, do you have any tip for
Well,
us?
because when I'm doing photo shoot, it's like I'm dancing eh. It's like I'm expressing what I want to show off. It will depend on the team itself. So you need to know the team first, and then you need to love what the shoot story or what the shoot is all about. Like if it's in a brand, let's show that it's for the brand. But if it's like for arts, you need to show that it's for arts. And it's for the designer. You need to reconnect with the designer itself if what they want to portray. Example, like there are kinds of designers that they want their design to be like fun or let's say jazzy or gothic. So you just need to ask them or reconnect with the directors itself and also the photographers what kind of poses or theme that they want to show off to the result itself. So yun lang. Just be confident and yun, just have fun when you're taking photo shoots.
Thank you, Miss Laika. Ayan, noted po, noted. Thank you so, so much. Kasi ako personally, I really don't feel that confident whenever I do photo shoots. I feel like I'm not photogenic and everything. But of course, diba, as beauty queens, we need to promote confidence and self-love. That's why I'm really practicing more whenever we do photo shoots. Yes. Thank you so, so much. Actually, si Miss Laika, hindi lang siya parang pang-judge and pang-sponsor. Pwedeng-pwede rin Queen of Hearts. Very, very bongga po ang ating judge for tonight. At nasa na po kaya si Cathy? Cathy, naririnig mo ba kami? Ayan, wait natin. Okay, if wala pa rin si Cathy, I think we can move to our next question. Okay, are you ready, Michelle? Still okay?
Well, I guess I should be. Yes, already.
No choice. Okay, our next question will be coming from Miss Laika again.
Okay, so hi Michelle again. So here's my question. The coronavirus brought periodic lockdowns to everyone. Most of us are in danger already, in hunger already, and also leaving farmers stranded from their crops. As Miss Queen of Hearts, what can you do or suggest to help those farmers? Again, the coronavirus brought periodic lockdowns to everyone. Most of us are in hunger and already it's also leaving farmers stranded from their crops. As Miss Queen of Hearts, what can you do or suggest to help those farmers?
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Laika. All of us have experienced suffering because of this COVID-19 pandemic. And I guess one of the sectors who are affected the most are our farmers, and they are the exploited ones, even if they are the ones who provide for our food, for our basic needs, our daily needs, but they are the ones who receive less of attention and who receive less of resources. And so, if there's one thing that we can do to help our farmers, that would be to give them another alternative for them to have income, for them to just have that like a source of their living so that they can get income from it, and of course they can suffice their needs in their everyday lives. Let's help our farmers, and let's stop exploiting them because they are paid less but they're working so much. So let's pay more attention to our farmers.
So that's a great answer again. So thank you, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Miss Laika.
And for my question, Michelle, my question is, if you were the president of a country, not specifically the Philippines, what could you have done differently to protect your people from the virus?
Mm, yes. So if I were the president of any country, or given that I am the president of the Philippines, I think I would have a different approach to managing this global pandemic, because I believe that the level of competence of our government is tangentially connected to the economy of our country and to the success of the people. So, if given that I will become a president as a woman, we are known to be more compassionate, we are known to be more nurturing, and we can really relate. We are like empaths. We know how to empathize with those people who really are struggling. So, I would take or use that approach in order to help those who are really in great need. I believe that inequality is prevalent and it is a reoccurring issue here in the Philippines. So that is one I'd like to address first, the inequality. I would give these people the access to healthcare, to the basic needs, to basic commodities, and then set aside those who can, like those who have the budget, those who are economically, or those who can survive in this pandemic, and then focus much more attention to those who really need my attention and my services as their leader. So it's like all about how you wisely lead your people and how you put your heart into leading these people. Thank you.
Very well said, Michelle. So I guess we will be asking our last questions already. Makakahinga ka na ng maluwag?
Great.
Okay, so you can give your last question, Miss Laika.
Okay, so hi again, Michelle. This is an easy question lang compared to my questions before. Okay, so what is the most important duty of being Miss Queen of Hearts and why? Again, what's the most important duty of being Miss Queen of Hearts and why?
Yes, as a beauty queen and as a Miss Queen of Hearts, we're not just here to showcase our beauty, but we are also here to showcase our skills, our potentials, our intelligence, and what we can bring to the table. And this platform is a great opportunity for us to develop courage and confidence. And of course, if we want to take up space, we can advocate on certain causes, especially here in Miss Queen of Hearts, that they have a purpose. They do charity missions, and it's important for us if we want to take key roles in our society by, of course, engaging ourselves in social issues and social problems and helping those who are in great need. It's a great platform for us, this Miss Queen of Hearts Philippines pageant, and to be part of this organization, to speak freely of what we believe in, to really express ourselves, influence other people, educate other people, and of course, become the voices of hope. So it is important that we have or we carry this title as Miss Queen of Hearts Philippines candidate and part of this organization and foundation, because we are able to touch hearts. We are able to help those who are really in great need. We are able to attend to their needs and, of course, share the blessings that God has given to us. Thank you.
Right, that's good. So thank you,
Yes.
Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. I can really relate to what you said, diba? As Miss Queen of Hearts candidate, diba, we're not just representing ourselves, but we're representing our family, our community, our province, and more than that, we have this purpose and advocacy that we would want to promote. Okay. So my last question for you: are you ready, Michelle?
Yes, yes. Let's bring it on.
Last na to. Makakahinga ka na ng maluwag. Michelle. Charing lang. Alam niyo naman po pangarap ko maging comedy. Okay, my question is, as we all know, the top 10 finalists will be traveling to Manila for the
Mm.
coronation night. If your parents ask you not to travel due to the risk, would you still continue or will you listen to your parents?
Yes, thank you so much for this final question. Well, given that we are facing this COVID-19 pandemic, it's very hard to risk our health and to pursue with this or to go on with this pageant. Though it's very disheartening, but I guess I would listen to my parents, because we can never tell what will happen if we like really become stubborn and just go through with the pageant knowing that there is a risk, there is a gender. If there are alternatives that we can do to push through the coronation, even if we can do it virtually, that will be very great to stop the risk or to minimize the contact of the candidates to the people for them to like not be affected of the COVID-19 virus. It is important that we also put ourselves first and we think and know how to weigh the pros and cons if we become stubborn of what we wanted to pursue. So I guess health comes first. So if I will be not part of the coronation night, I guess there are still ways that I'll be able to be part of this organization and still continue my advocacy and still reconnect and contact the organization if I needed help to like perform my advocacies, even if I'm not part of the coronation night, or even if I don't have a title, or even if I don't have a crown in my head. Because, like what I've always been saying, as long as you're helping other people, you're already wearing your invisible crown. You need to not have any validation to tell you that you're a queen, because as long as you have the heart who's willing to help other people, in their eyes, you are the most beautiful queen. Thank you.
Yes, that is very right. Here in Queen of Hearts, we are more than just candidates. We are a family. So whether or not you have the crown or you have a title, we are all family, and you can always, like what he said, contact the foundation. That's why we are very grateful to our CEO, Madame Litsi Gohill, for this initiative and for giving us this second family, this sisterhood. Thank you so much. And of course, we'd like to thank again our sponsors for tonight. Would like to thank for a moment. Here, we'd like to thank Abes Pardes, One Alo Hotel and Resort, A&A Clothing Company, Montages Skin Science and Aesthetics, Bethlehem House of Bread, Placenta, Lalor, Leica and Couture, of course, Miss Leica, MCCC Paints Trading, and Panlasang Noipi. Thank you so much. So, sad lang nawala si Cathy. I hope na makahabol siya. But I think it's a long night already. And thank you so much, Michelle. You did very well.
Thank you so much. I am so grateful to be here tonight with all of you. Thank you so much.
And of course, thank you so much, Miss Laika Ann.
Thank you also for inviting me tonight. I had fun with these beautiful ladies. They're
Yes.
so intelligent and very beauty with a heart. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Miss Laika. And of course, thank you, Direk Andrew, Direk Ken, Direk Ferdy, and of course, Queen of Hearts Foundation, Miss Madame Mitzi Gohill, and to all our Mrs. Queens and Miss Queens. Thank you so much. Like I would like, is there anything that you'd like to? I mean, sorry, po, Michelle. Is there anything that you'd like to say to your fans, supporters, to your family?
Yes, once again, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone who supported me in this journey, to all of my fellow Oslobanos who viewed, who liked, and who placed their votes to just give me a spot at the top 10 and help me uh, get it this far. And also to my loving parents, my family, especially my mother, with their undoubting support and undying support in any journey that I chose to take. I am so very thankful. And above all, I'm very thankful for this organization for giving us this amazing platform. And of course, to God for making this all possible. I couldn't be more grateful. My heart is exploding with gratitude right now. Thank you so much once again.
Yes, thank you so much as well, Michelle. And napakita mo naman sa amin why you really deserve to be part of the top 10 finalists. Congratulations. Congratulations
Thank
to you
you.
and Kathy. I'm very happy to have you tonight. And congratulations. You really did well tonight.
Thank you so much.
Very good. And of course, before we end our program for tonight, I'd like to promote Queen of Hearts sleepwear. Of course, please avail this sleepwear kasi um, part of the proceeds will be donated for charity missions. So for Queen of Hearts Foundation. So please support Queen of Hearts sleepwear. And of course, again, I'm your host, Mary Joy Ararakap, your Miss Tourism Worldwide Philippines 2019. And I'm also asking for your support that in case na it's my time already to compete internationally, I hope you'd all support me as well, like our beautiful candidates. Again, so thank you to everyone who watched tonight, to all their supporters. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Miss Laika. Thank you, Direct Andrew. And thank you, Michelle. See you again on Friday. Thank you. Heart sign. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
OMG, tapos na po. Wow!